Alright, hello and welcome to a short video demonstrating some of the capabilities of my BeyondRPG plugin that I've developed over the last few days. I just kind of want to give a quick shout out to Zakari. Checked out his game. I just want to kind of show him what I've been up to as well, and anybody else who might be curious. So I've been working on the spell effect system of the spell system, like the whole spell system really, and I've put like over 40 hours into it over the past couple weeks. Just a lot of time has gone into this particular feature, and it's really powerful. So in the interest of just keeping the video kind of short, I'm just going to demonstrate what the spell does, and then I'm going to just kind of explain what happens. So let's go ahead and do it. So oops, I already had enabled. Okay, so we just have a guinea pig here, just a pig, and I'm going to go to spell. Don't mind the name. I'm just going to pick my spell, bind it to my stick. Now it's bound. Right click so it's ready. You can see it on the scoreboard that it's ready. Then I just left click, right, and rename it and attack. And just kind of want to show what happened, and then I'll explain what happened, right? Alright, so there's obviously some debugging stuff on the screen. Ignore all that. But as you can see, a lot of stuff happened just now, right? So this spell is a spell that has multiple spell effects, and there's three spell effects that are set up for this one. The first one is probably the most obvious, right? They're all pretty obvious, right? But there's the first one that reduces the health of the pig, right? So when you do that, it reduces the health down to 1, so there's only 1 health. I need to block the first cast on that. Oops. Anyways, but aside from that, so it reduces the health down to 1, and then the next thing is, you can see in the chat, it's a prompt to enter a new name for your target. That's another spell effect. It's called the rename mom spell effect, right? It uses my target system, anything with the target, and I'll demonstrate that in a little bit. Anything with, well, I guess I won't demonstrate because I'd have to set it up. It'd take time. But I enter the name, and I just pasted what I already had stored, the blessed pig, right? And that renames it. And the third one is probably a little bit trickier and not quite as easy to see, but I mean, you see the effect. But the third one is I put a spell effect on the pig that makes it so that when the pig gets hit, it has a cast on hit retaliation effect that puts a speed buff on me because I'm the attacker. And the duration for that is, basically whatever the duration the pig's version of it is. I get that exact same version, and it just is basically you can attack the pig and get a speed buff, right? So the idea behind this, in theory on the server, right, is if I'm running an event, I can spawn some animals in various places, cast a spell like this on them, and make it so that whenever players attack it, then they can, get some kind of unique buff, and as long as the server doesn't crash or as long as I don't have to reload the server or anything, then we should be good. But events are going to be short, so it shouldn't be a problem. But yeah, I'll just demonstrate one more time. Maybe now that I've explained it, it'll make a little bit more sense. But yeah, let me just go ahead and show. So I'm just going to ready the spell, and let's just do a different name. Test, attack. As soon as you attack, you can see on the scoreboard there's an X. Every time you get a status effect, good or bad, it puts a little X in the right corner on your scoreboard. And the debug here, you can ignore it, but you can just kind of see what it is, right? Base speed, and then new speed. It just triples your speed, essentially, is what it does. So I'm not going to go into the numbers too hard, but you can kind of, if you just read, right, it's like 0.1, 0.2, 0.3. 0.2 is the difference between, 0.1 and 0.3. Very straightforward. And you can customize all that. You can make it a global effect if you want, apply to all the monsters. So there's a lot of crazy potential with this for like running events and like server events on persistent servers and temporary events. So yeah, just wanted to kind of demonstrate what I meant by the power of the spell system right now and how you can set up multiple events. It's almost, what I'm thinking is almost on the level of like a scripting language that I'm developing with this, where I can just create like coded effects, and then you can just put effect after effect, like maybe I'll put a pause effect, right, and it'll pause the execution of the spells effects for a period of time. Like, who knows? It's getting advanced, but that's all I wanted to share, and thank you for your time. Peace.